Yeah. That's the mega shitty. So they are showing us before we start seeing the bulldozers, and then we start seeing people wailing and crying and cussing. This time they went here to make videos to show us that, see, even you self see this. See this one, they okay. Can you see this waterway here now? Can you see that there is no, see, when we bring the katakata now, they will say we have come again. You know, like ordinarily, who are those people that are paying their money, okay, for lands that they are not blind though? And right, you're not blind though. You could see the water channel yourself, right? And yet you still mount your two-story building next to it. So it's like they are like trying to say, okay, oh, before we do anything, you see, oh, see us, oh, see our hand, oh. So this is what our mega city looks like. Here is more, where they are actually having a chat around it. Like, we are going to bring the katakata here.
In fact, just any gig. Okay. Any gig. So I can't about it.
Okay, so you start getting the notification, you have to just before the rain is
Tó bá ti parí bẹ́ẹ̀.
tó bá ti dé bí because tóbi yẹn bá pọ̀ jù nílé kan ó máa ya ẹ̀ wọ́n máa ya padà wọlé. But even escalator tàbí tó máa ń bọ̀ tóbi ní tí wọ́n máa fẹ́.
Wọ́n ní pé sínú ilé wọn. Eléyìí kò cross náà. I'll go back there.
Yes. Setback, you know. Yes.
No, already I didn't know. Èyí tó wá èyí tó burú jù ní ọ̀dọ̀ ibu ẹ̀wọ̀ ìjọsìn kò ní ìdí
àpilẹ̀ olóògùn ló máa ń dùn láti tẹ̀lé
ṣé lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ọkọ̀ wọnú channel kò tí stop.
Look at Mark's side.
Ilé iná máa
So in a nutshell, some of them are going to negotiate for their own house not to be. That's how they do it. And then the bulldozer will start rolling. And those houses you've seen, there are new houses being built. Meanwhile, there are already existing houses that have managed to build all their land so close to the channel as well. And they even put gates between the barrier between the two buildings for the, so that's really not environmentally right. Normally, I would put entire blame on the government, okay? Because now, instead of making an amended change to what is there to minimize destruction, these guys are going to bring their bulldozers. And in the next few days, we're going to be having videos of, again, demolished houses. But those of you I can advise a lot of you who are already property owners in Lagos now. Okay. But at least if you are going to invest in anything property in Lagos, despite all warnings, but you are still adamant, I beg, can you take time to see what you want to pay for? And I heard that possibly the people in government are also involved in this scam. When they sell, when you want to buy a land, you go to them, the value of the land is not that much. So they tell you everything is fine. Then you pay for the land. 5 years later, 10 years later, the value of the area has increased or skyrocketed. Now they know about that. You want to go back and say you want to sell your land, or you want to buy a land from, so they'll tell you, no, it's no longer valid. So whatever this is, right, I put the entire blame on the government. So what that guy is doing, I'm going to say, well, instead of moving out to full destruction, there are many other preventive measures that could be taken, except when there is none. A situation whereby water channel, you build a house here, and the water channel is coming that way. That's you building your own house on the way of erosion. It's going to wash you off. If they don't demolish you, you are going to be washed off. Eventually, sooner or later. So we hope that they will minimize people's losses, or you will minimize your losses too. When you want to invest in anything, properties, landed properties, even land in Lagos. That is if you are that stubborn that you shall must invest there. Be careful so that your house won't be on my video, my next video, as a marked house for demolition. And then you'll be like, what kind of country is this? No, we won't be able to kind of play that a tribal ethnic cartel for what is obvious. So, however, my advice is just that when things like that happens, right, there are other preventive measures. We do not have drainages all over Scotland. We have water channel, right? Great. And our drainages are underground. So maybe it is time for them also to kind of deploy that same technology, dig deeper and cover everything. Then people can build wherever they want to build, as long as they are not blocking the access to those tunnels. Do that. It's kind of overdue. It's long overdue for these open drainages and all of that. I'm just saying, okay, instead of bringing the katakata, paying the katakata to come and demolish, and then you begin to pay as well to start clearing the channel. Why not start digging now? And at the same time, pay more attention to your land ministry, the Ministry of Land. That is where the entire problem lies, I believe. But I don't think sometimes, okay, when you even think you have preventive this or that, there are those who are very, very notorious in their criminality. I mean, I don't know what brought a DPO, I've been a commissioner of police with a Babalawo, but these are people that will never possibly tell you that they do visit Babalawo until the Babalawo actually duped them. I've had a lot of people duped by Babalawos, Mamalawos. I've passed pastors and all that, okay? But this one, off me.
His name is Tayo Ogumola. He is 52 years old. He was arrested for attempting to defraud the Commissioner of Police Ogun State Command, CPU Bashir Makama. On giving insight to his modus operandi, he says,
They came to arrest me by tracking my phone, sir. They tracked my phone number that I'm using to call people. Because I use that phone to send card to those people I want to collect money from. We dial any number we doesn't know on our phone. If the person pick it, we cut it off. Then we later send the recharge card to that number. If the person returned the card, then we started praying for him. It will be better for you. Your life will be better. You will not cry on your children. No. Should in case I am a herbalist. If you need my assistance. So that is the way we do it. If the person have interest, he will call back the number, and he or she may come for anything, maybe spiritually, maybe for a blessing on his work. So that is the way we do it. On that fateful day, I'm just dialing any number on my phone. I just dial that number. When I dial that number, I doesn't know it was a Oga Kwata number I dial. When I dial the number, the person say, who is that? Monia, I am Ogunmola from Laka in Ogbomoso. Wania Laka ní Ogbomoso. Mo ní yes. Mo ní please, who do you want to speak with? Mo ní who are you? The person say, not knowing it was the commissioner of police. He said, I'm a police officer. That's why I off my phone. He called back. I didn't pick it. I doesn't know they were tracking my number since that time. Not until on Wednesday when they come to pick me in my house.
What is this?
This one is nothing. We use it to hawk. At times when our clients come, we give them this. Say we can put it by the side of the river I'm using. By the side of the river, I've just put it down. I'll say, Baba will help you. Baba will help you. So we give them some of this. So,
how much is the highest amount that a victim has paid you?
Let's say 85,000. And that one is for he begged me for ritual.
You do ritual too?
As a herbalist, he begged me say he want to do herbalist. Then I tell him he will buy ram. We buy that big calabash. Then we buy red oil. So finish. All these things are fake. To come out for you are fake. All these things, they are fake. I cannot lie for you.
Meanwhile, the spokesman of the police in Ogun State.
You know something, right? Somebody said, do you know that people who ask you for help, play this scenario out with me, okay? I need help. I need to pay my school fees. So then I come to you. I pray for you. Princess, please help me. God will answer your prayer. God will provide for you. Your children will never lack. Princess, please, you will never lack. Money will never finish in your hand. Princess, please, help me. And then you are like, come. Do you believe all you just said now? And now, the God, I serve a living God. I serve a very living God. And everything I ask God, He does. Really? Yes. That's why I pray for you. I pray for you every day that you will never lack. You will never lack. In fact, you see, people will be giving you money for businesses that you are not yet to do for them. Yeah? Are you sure? Please just help me. Anything that you can help me with, God will replenish it. Say, Baba, come. You know, say you need that prayer more. If you believe in that prayer, Mokuna no attack me yet too. This is a scenario now. Somebody asked that question, okay? I need money. I need money. Yeah. But I don't have money. But if I pray for you, can you give me that money? And I'll pray for you so that God will give you the money back. Kind of. Because you need the prayer more. If somebody says, I can make you rich, they have to be rich people too. Sorry, I think somebody just mentioned my name. And I don't understand if that's actually a message for me or not, but I'll come back to you anyway. So why can somebody who prays, who says, it is my prayer that is working for you. So all you have to do is just to give me money, to show appreciation to me. And I said, why don't you use that prayer for yourself? Like you could easily just ask for the money without, it is manipulative. It is fake. And most of the people that usually try to want to manipulate you with that, God will bless you, God this or that, and the rest of that, it's not because they actually mean it. Because seriously, if God they give person money that will like take me, the majority of us will be asking it for ourselves. not that I should ask it for you so that you can give me money. Then somebody said, look at this one. Does this one look like somebody who can bless you with whatever he's holding? Of course, it doesn't look like that, but they are like, don't worry, some of them, they are so powerful, you know. So that's where I saw that video, and I was like, well, I'll share that with you. There are still so many people who go on social media every now and then looking for spiritual men of this or that online who can actually do this to them or do that for them or change their lives by just, wielding the stick and all of that in a contraption where they almost turn all of us to superstitious fellow. Once we don't have solution, then God knows best, Jare. God understand, sort of. But let's go to the next one. So the next one is brief, and that one is that of the Kano Wahala. Mm-hmm. So your greed, your selfishness will actually set you up. It will set you up for people who are less intelligent than you. Greed, that's what greed does to people. Okay, it will set you up. And people who are so lesser in intelligence than you, they will then be able to swindle you. The shame will not allow you to tell everybody what happened to you. You wouldn't even be able to call the police. So he's also a guy that is a criminal though, right? But he hasn't really committed any crime before he got arrested. He hasn't committed any crime. But yeah, it is Nigeria. Okay. That's what they do. And yeah. So I'll come back to something like that. But I just don't know the difference between him and this other, got men of a dog.
That's why I laughed when I heard that one joker said I was faking miracles. There's no need to fake miracles. Some of the miracles God has been performing in our midst, they are difficult to believe. I remember one when I was praying in my prayer room last night. God reminded me of one. A friend had cancer of the breast. They took her to the hospital, cut off that one breast so that she won't die. And this lady went to visit her friend in the hospital, sad to see her in that situation. And they took one anointed handkerchief that we had prayed over and laid it on the wound and prayed. 2 weeks later, a new breast had grown. How can anybody fake that? Are you going to pretend that happened if it didn't? And in the name of the
nuisance, Lily.
Here you get now. There were those who were supposed to be educated people inside that room, and they shouted, "Amen!" They believed him. That's one thing that religion does to you. Mm-hmm. All of you religious people, they try. And that's why the criminal politicians are able to win some of you over with that same, that same energy. It doesn't take time. It takes God. That used to be my own. That used to be my own sort of a saying when I was younger, because I was a member of a Foursquare church, Foursquare Gospel, Foursquare church, and they used to call me brother Shei. I used to be called brother. I was a brother at the time. Say, don't worry, it doesn't take time. It takes God. Say yes, amen. You need to be closer to God. You need to pray. You need to, amen. It's a beautiful thing. Religion to those who genuinely are religious, not duplicious, fraudulent lying. Nigerians hiding behind religion to actually hide away the horrible side of theirs behind religion. Not those ones. I'm talking about those beautiful souls that are like, kind of pure. I've seen a lot of them. Muslims, Christians, beautiful souls. You could be easily, they say, don't question it. A miracle is not something you question. If you are not religious, just leave it, let it go. If you want to question miracle, it's going to be sounding so stupid. It's going to sound this, it's going to sound that. I said, okay. So there's no point. But sometimes there are some ridiculous things that these guys will say. And then you see the other guy that was holding 2 sticks. So if I put them side by side, you will think this one is a man of dog, and the other one is not man of dog, and stuff like that, or dog of man, or something. I don't know. That is why I shared that clip with you. In Kano, the Kano state government